The City of Murfreesboro's Community Development Department is located at 211 Bridge Avenue inside the McFadden Community Center. The department focuses on benefiting those of low and moderate income by partnering with local, federal, and state agencies to provide decent housing, a suitable living environment, and ensuring economic opportunities. The director of this department is John Callow.
The City of Murfreesboro, because of a number of factors, gets a federal grant each year, the Community Development Block Grant. It comes to us automatically. The amount is set by formula. And so our department job is to determine how to use those funds best to assist the low and moderate income residents of the City of Murfreesboro. We've got 3 core programs. We do housing, affordable housing assistance, which is down payment assistance. We do housing rehab, and then we are allowed to use up to 15% of our money to assist nonprofits with public service grants. And so that's what we're looking to do every year. One of the cool things about this job is that when you wake up in the morning and get ready to come to work, you know that over the between 8 o'clock and 4:30, there is a pretty darn good chance that at some point in that time, you're going to be asked to make a decision that can have a positive impact on the life of somebody who lives in this city. The vision of the City of Murfreesboro, our mission statement is creating a better quality of life. And what we do in our department is that, but with the caveat that you have to be income eligible. We try to make very good use of the money. We try to, it's paramount that we be good stewards. That means that when we do the down payment assistance deals, we are, of course, helping a family get into a house. But we are also leveraging mortgage funds that pumps money into the economy. Housing is very important. If it's not the backbone, it's certainly an important factor in the economic health of any community. So anything that you can do to help maintain a solid market, that's got to be good for everybody in the community. The same thing with housing rehab. We're helping this particular family better their living circumstances, but at the same time, when we do a rehab or we do a reconstruction, there's a contractor who is having to hire subcontractors to do work, so there's work being generated, there are products being bought, which helps the entire economy of the city. When we do the public service grants, we've got 13 of them, and it ranges everything from helping nurses for newborns to helping St. Clair Center pay for the staff time to run their elder daycare center.
2 of the main programs under the Community Development umbrella focus on housing and providing a safe, suitable living environment for residents. Once residents make contact, countless hours are spent working with them to assure a successful process. Helping facilitate this process is Grant Coordinator Patty Pope.
I do a variety of duties here in the department. I assist with the financial records, work very closely with the finance department. I take care of the records for HR for our department. And then just work with the other staff members here on the different programs that we administer through our Community Development Block Grant that the city receives. We continue to receive funding from the Department of HUD for the City of Murfreesboro, and through our department we offer 2 housing programs that the staff administers. We have the rehab program, which assists homeowners that already own their home, have lived in it for at least a year, and they need some substantial work done to their home. That's under the rehab program, and under that umbrella we also offer assistance for emergency repair for folks that might need roof repair, air conditioning systems, things of that nature. We see that quite often. There's the sewer tap program that's under the umbrella of the Affordable Housing Assistance Program as well, and then a tree program. Our tree program, we work with the staff of the Urban Environmental Department. They go out and do inspections for us to determine that the tree is hazardous and a liability to the property on for the homeowner as well as to life on that property. So if it meets the criteria for the program, then the tree has to be totally taken down, and we do that as well through this rehab program. To use any of the programs or to be a participant in the program, you do have to be eligible income-wise, and the Department of HUD furnishes us income limits based on household size for all of our programs. So anyone that participates in the housing programs with the city, we do take a formal application, process the information, and determine if they're income eligible. The other housing program that we offer, and it has been administered through the city now, is the Affordable Housing Assistance Program. That is a first-time home buyer program, so the program participant does have to be income eligible based on the requirements of HUD and qualify for a first mortgage loan with a lender of their choice. Our affordable housing program offers as much as $10,000 to help a first-time home buyer with reducing the principal balance on their first mortgage loan as well as paying the closing cost. It is a loan that we offer to a first-time home buyer. It does have to be repaid to the city at the time they sell their home. We offer an affordable loan at 0% interest. There's no monthly payment required back to the city under that program, but it is due on sale. Through the programs that we do and the rehab program as well as the affordable housing program, we take the initial application, so we interview and talk with the home buyer, and we do assist them through the entire process if necessary of buying a home. We, as part of our program, the home buyer must have 8 hours of an education that is offered, or education segment that's offered by nonprofit organizations certified with Tennessee Housing Development Agency. It's the home buyer counseling that's required for the program. So we encourage people to do that prior to even signing a contract or working with a lender or a realtor. It helps them to know whether whether they're really ready to purchase a home. This isn't a program where we take lightly that we are working with a first-time home buyer and they know everything there is already about home ownership. So we want to guide them through the process and be sure that they are taking, all the steps that are necessary for them to be a qualified home buyer and someone that can live in that home and sustain home ownership over a length of time.
We actually did some research on this a couple of years ago. And we went back over the last 10 years. We had assisted, I think it was right around 100 first-time home buyers. And I think there was one default. There was one foreclosure. It was like 1%. What we attributed that to is that, one, when you come to us, we're going to help you, but you're going to have to bring some money to the table too. Two, we're dealing with conventional loans. It's important that you get a loan that you can repay. Three, we're insisting that you have home buyer counseling from an FHA-approved counselor before we'll do the deal. We really do become a part of that process for that home buyer. And they know that they've got somebody who is looking out for their best interests.
For income-eligible homeowners with substandard conditions in their home, the Community Development Department offers a housing rehabilitation program. In addition to this, they also offer an emergency repair program to help with hardships that may arise and affect the home. The first point of contact for these programs is Administrative Assistant Linda Garbani.
First of all, once we're contacted by the person, we do a preliminary interview to get an idea of whether they would qualify for the program or not. And if we feel that they would, then we send out an application packet. We require a lot of information from the homeowner. First of all, there must be proof of home ownership. The taxes must be paid up to date on the properties. They must fall within the income guidelines, which they cannot be over 80% of the median area income. There's a lot of information we require from them in order to prove their income status. We need to check the banking accounts, have proof of income, whether it be Social Security or from working on a job. After the income is calculated and we feel they're going to be qualified, then they are referred to John Callow, the director, and an inspector from the city goes out and looks at the home to make sure that the repair, as to what repairs need to be done on it. The home must be not measure up to the code standards, and that's what we're really here for, is to provide decent housing for folks in the city who own homes and there are problems that cannot be repaired because they don't have the money to do it. And so we go in there and repair those programs, take care of any lead-based paint problems they might have if they're older homes, and make sure that they have a decent place to live.
For the rehab program, when we go out to do that initial assessment of the property to determine whether they qualify for the program, we do see families here living in Murfreesboro, and really we become amazed that we have neighbors and people in this community that might have a home where the flooring is down to the dirt. Maybe we went into a home at one point, and in the kitchen the lady's stove was actually sinking in the back and was down on the dirt under, subfloor of the home. So we do see people who really need this help, and once we do help them, they are so gracious and so appreciative of what we've done for them. And the same thing in the affordable housing program. From time to time I do get thank you notes. I have people that come in with flowers or a little thank you appreciation, showing us, just telling me what a joy it is for them to finally be into a home and have their children into a place that they feel is safe and decent for them to live, and that they can really feel like they're part of the community, owning a home.
I think it's just wonderful that we can help folks who are in this position, and these folks are in this position through no fault of their own most of the time, and we just see all kinds of cases where we can improve their lives on a daily basis, and I think that's just wonderful that we can do that for folks who are trying to do the best they can but aren't able to take care of their property. And we've had a lot of folks who really their lives have been improved and changed, and they're just so thankful for that help that they get.
For any of these programs, the information for the Community Development Department, the guidelines are on the city's website, so we do ask that you call the office if you're interested in it, so that we can set up a time, an appointment to speak with you about the programs. Over the phone, we can initially tell you whether you would qualify for the program, or at least talk with you about the parameters for qualifying. But all of our programs have brochures on them that are on the website. It's the City of Murfreesboro, and you go to the Community Development page and look under our housing programs, or you can call the department at 890-4660.